live. Welcome back to Earle Sports Bets, and today we got day 17. Sounds right. Of MLB season previews. We're in the National League. Day 2 of the National League. We're in the West. We're talking about the San Diego Padres today. A very hyped team heading into this season, and rightfully so. Let's take a look at what they did last year. This was a team that was a round away from the World Series. I felt like they finally broke through last year. And they only went 89-73 though. They finished 22 games behind the Padres, behind the Dodgers. And then they went on to win in the wild card series 2-1 against the Mets. They beat the Dodgers 3-1, and then they lost to the Phillies in the CS. So this will be an interesting team this year. They made a lot of moves. Let's get right into it. Do they take a big step up? Do they make that final push to make into the World Series this year? We'll take a look at all that here. Additions / re-signings and subtractions. Rudnek Odor, Manny Machado signed a massive contract here. Don't think this next guy's going to have too much impact. I just want to throw his name in there because to remind people that he still plays baseball. Cole Hamels signed a minor league deal with the San Diego Padres. Michael Waka. Nelson Cruz. So we just have the nursing home of players right now between Hamels and Cruz. Seth Lugo was signed by the Padres as well. He is intended to be a number 5 starter this year, not a bullpen piece.
Whoa.
Matt Carpenter, Pedro Severino, Nick Martinez, and I saved the big name for last there, Xander Bogaerts. Very good, nice addition there. Losses, Craig Stammen out of the bullpen, Mike Clevinger, Josh Bell, Brennan Drury, Sean Manaea, Will Myers, and Jurickson Profar for the Padres here. Obviously, the additions they made some pretty splashy additions. I mean, Xander Bogaerts is a good pickup here. This was already a stacked lineup but beforehand, and that just made this lineup even better. I like the addition of Seth Lugo. I prefer him in the bullpen rather than a 5-starter, though. We haven't seen him make starts in a while. Re-signing Nick Martinez, that's going to be a piece of their rotation. Manny Machado is obviously a big re-signing as well, 11 years for, I believe, over $350 million. So he made money. I was looking at a prop for him to win the MVP this year. I really liked it until he signed that big deal. I wanted him heading into the season betting on himself like Aaron Judge was last year.
Yeah.
When I hit the Aaron Judge MVP. So I think they definitely improved. They did lose some pieces. Josh Bell, the power bat in the middle of their lineup, they'll be fine. Will Myers, a decent bat in the middle of the lineup, they'll be fine. Brennan Drury, a nice little rental they got from Cincinnati last year, they'll be fine. Profar, he was a top of the lineup hitter, got on base a lot. Once again, they'll be fine. That lineup's absolutely stacked, and we'll get into that when we get into their projected lineup and all that stuff. But I think this team improved.
Oh, 100% they improved. We'll look at the subtractions. Josh Bell was a rental piece that they got from Washington. Clevinger, Stammen was a decent bullpen piece. Brandon Drury's probably one of the bigger names that they dropped, but once again, rental piece from last year. Sean Manaea didn't live up to the expectations. Will Myers kind of dropped off, and Profar, he had a good postseason, but now he gets to go enjoy his time in Colorado. Looking at the additions, Odor, I don't think is going to do anything. Hamels, I don't think is going to do anything. Michael Waka will eat up innings. Nelson Cruz will DH, I guess. Seth Lugo, I still think he's a better bullpen piece. He hasn't pitched starting since, I believe, the last World Baseball Classic for Israel. Right? He's in.
I remember he was a bullpen piece for the Mets. He was actually a closer at times as well.
Matt Carpenter, Severino, I don't think that's a bad pickup. Nick Martinez is going to eat up innings. The two big ones is Bogaerts and Machado. re-signing Machado long-term is fantastic for them. Xander Bogaerts, fantastic move for them. So they definitely got some pieces. I want to see whether I don't know how long until Tatis or what the deal is with Tatis. He should be in right away, but I want to see what they do with him. That's the big question for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna look up his status here. Because he should be in the starting lineup to start the year. But who do you call it? Is projecting that he won't be. Fangraphs. So, but we have a couple chats here. Robert Atkinson asking, just wondering if you guys will have any. We don't know. I don't know.
I'll ask Craig tonight, see if he could do like an early bird pass or something. There will probably be, if you watch Ballin' Out, like the $70 week pass for NBA college basketball, there'll probably be one for the MLB as well. But I'm gonna see if there's an early bird pass and see if I can get that up.
Yeah, Roman Scott saying like Padres. Yes, it's Padres Day here at ESB, and we will move into their prospects. No surprise, they have one of the worst prospect pools in baseball, mainly because, I don't know, they traded their entire prospect pool for Juan Soto last year. So there's really nothing to report on here. They do have the number 19 overall prospect, the top 100, but he's due up next year. And they got the number 100 overall prospect who's not due for another 4 years because he's in rookie A-ball. So really nothing to go over here because, I don't know, they traded their entire prospect. So they better win now because there's no future for this team other than the core they have on their lineup right now.
Correct. There you
go. Nothing you want to touch on here?
There's nothing. None of them are coming up this year.
Fair. Which will bring us into this starting lineup rotation and bullpen. And yes, I'm aware there is a name missing on the lineup. Fangraphs does not give me who or where Fernando Tatis Jr. is going to fit into this lineup. He'll probably be on the top of the lineup, and it'll probably bump out Kim or Grisham, my guess. So we'll figure it out. Also,
it's got to be Grisham. It can't be Kim.
Xander Bogaerts is the shortstop. So are they going to move him to third base? Are they going to move him to the outfield? Are they going to move him to DH? I would love to know what they plan on doing with him. I personally don't know. I do not follow the Padres deep enough to know where they're going to put Fernando Tatis Jr. when he does return. With that being said, let's go over their lineup, their rotation, and their bullpen here. Xander Bogaerts, Juan Soto, Manny Machado, Jake Cronenworth, Nelson Cruz, Matt Carpenter, Young Sung Sing. I'm Trent Grisham and Austin Nola. Their rotation here: Yu Darvish, Blake Snell, Michael Wacha, Nick Martinez, Seth Lugo. Their bullpen: Jose Lopez, Nabil Crismatt, Tim Hill, Steven Wilson, Drew Pomeranz, Luis Garcia. Not the Luis Garcia from the Astros. Different Luis Garcia. Robert Suarez and Josh Hader. For starters, that lineup is absolutely stacked. There's no way around that. This lineup is ridiculously good. They're going to score runs this year. This is going to be a team that you're going to want to attack their team total overs. You're going to want to attack probably their full game overs because this is going to be a team that's going to score a lot of runs. With that being said, they may give up a lot of runs here too, Tim. I'm not truly excited about this rotation. Yu Darvish, very hit or miss. He can be good. He's a good ace. Blake Snell was inconsistent as all hell. Michael Wacha, Nick Martinez, Seth Lugo. That's your rotation? You have that lineup, and that's the rotation you go with?
I'm sorry. Hold on. What about Musgrove?
It doesn't have Musgrove in here. I think he's hurt.
Is he actually?
Yes. He is injured at the moment.
Oh, wow.
Fractured toe.
Oh, okay.
We don't know when he'll be in. But, yeah, he will be part of that rotation when he's in. So that'll bump, hopefully, Lugo to the bullpen. But this rotation is not the greatest for the team that this team is hyped up to be. I think that'll open up opportunities for overs with this team, and I think this team is going to be such big favorites that it's going to open up some value for the team total overs of the opposite side. Like, I think this is a team that is going to score runs, and they're going to give up runs. Would not be surprised if this team's totals lived in the double digits for most of the year.
I don't know about double digits, but
this lineup's insane.
Nines.
Because you could throw Fernando Tatis Jr. in there somewhere, and you have Bogarts, Soto, Machado, Tatis Jr. as your top 4 hitters. This lineup's awesome. They're going to score runs.
They are.
And they are going to give up runs, though. I'm not really high on this bullpen either. This bullpen could be interesting. Not too many huge names. But obviously at the end of the bullpen there, Josh Hader is awesome. He took a step back a little bit last year. But overall, he is a top 10 reliever in baseball, I would have to say. Luis Garcia's got some promise. Other than that, they got a bunch of average guys in the bullpen, which is nothing. I mean, it's nothing crazy, but they're arms in the bullpen. So I think this team's going to score runs. I think this team's going to give up runs. And I think this team's going to win some baseball games. High-scoring baseball games.
No, I'm in the same boat as you. I could see now once you can't expect Musgrove to be out for a while.
No.
So I expect him to be back soon.
Mm-hmm.
Darvish, Snell, Musgrove, I think is going to be
that's a good rotation. That's solid.
And now that would push Lugo back to the bullpen where he belongs, where I think he's going to be the best.
Or Martinez in the bullpen.
Or, either one. Or the 6-man rotation. Waka, former Cy Young, at least. With the Detroit Tigers.
Cy Young award.
Yeah. But no, this is not a Michael Waka I want to be backing. Nick Martinez, he had some flashes last year. The bullpen's solid. I like the bullpen, especially the back 3, Garcia, Suarez, and Hader. I think they're going to be solid this year. This is the rotation.
He didn't win a Cy Young.
No?
No, he's never won a Cy Young.
Who won a Cy Young then? Did he win a World Series?
No.
Who am I thinking of? Because Michael Waka was a former Tiger, right?
You're
Rick
thinking
Porcello. Rick Porcello. I was thinking Rick Porcello.
Yeah, you're thinking of Porcello.
Anyway,
sorry. Say that didn't sound right.
Bogarts, Soto, Machado.
I had to look it up.
Cronenworth, maybe one of the best top 4 in baseball. That's
and throw Tatis in there too.
And then Tatis whenever he comes in. Cruz, the Fossil, Carpenter, Kim. Kim is a solid bat in terms of batting average. And then Grisham and Noel are awful in terms of batting. At least they got good gloves. That's what they're there for. But that top is pretty solid. But let's see how we make money with this team.
Yeah. We'll take a look at the playoff odds here. And no, I didn't. I mean, I kind of sort of did. I copy and pasted yesterday's show odds in here and only had to adjust 2 numbers. Their win total is 93.5, not 95.5 like the Dodgers. And their World Series odds are 8-1 instead of 9-1. So this team is actually favored over the Dodgers to win the World Series, but their odds are the same to win the West and to win the NL. Yeah. I think you can bet either the Padres or the Dodgers to win this division. You'll split out even because they're both even money. You'll split out on this. I don't see anybody else winning that division. That being said, I don't really have interest in that. I kind of do like the over 93.5 wins for the Padres because I think that them and the Dodgers are 2 teams that can easily win 100 games this year. Mm-hmm. And so I'd lean over with their win total here. I think this is an awesome baseball team. I'm not going to take any of the futures all the time now. I think just over 93.5. If I'm looking at a player future, Manny Machado to win the MVP, I think he's the best Padre on that team. And he's somebody I had circled heading into looking at futures to look at for an MVP prop. But other than that, I'll probably lean towards the over 93.5. I think this team is going to be a good baseball team. And that's really it for me. Just lean towards the 93.5 and maybe grabbing a little bit of Machado MVP.
Yeah. I do want to actually. Let me go look up odds for something. Baseball. Probably should have figured this one out beforehand,
Maybe.
but that's fine. I like to look at the odds as we're going along anyway. I will say I'll have something for this team, and it's going to be a Cy Young prop.
Musgrove.
No. And I just think this he had a he can be. I mean, he definitely has the potential to absolutely just get blown up, but not Dodgers.
Whoa. Really?
I'm gonna take a little shot with Snell. I think he's the one that's gonna have to step up.
He has won a Cy Young award too before.
Yes, he has. So he has that upwards potential. Granted, it was part of a shortened season, but I still think he's got something left in him. 33-1 is not a bad price. I think he's going to have a solid year. And if the Padres go on to win the division or something, he's going to be a big reason why. So I'll take a shot with him. I was looking at him. There is a couple of other guys that I do like.
It wasn't the shortened season, by the way. It was 2018.
18, okay. I still think he's got a little bit left in him. So I'll take a shot with Snell. He's going to be one of my 3 or 4 Cy Young props for the National League. And I think one of them we'll talk about tomorrow. So I'm excited for that.
Ooh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which will lead us into promoting tomorrow, which is the Arizona Diamondbacks. Let me click stop sharing. There we go. We got the Arizona Diamondbacks for tomorrow. But that's going to just about wrap it up for the Padres here today. Like I said, I think I'm going to look at Manny Machado MVP and over 93.5 wins with the Padres. Tim, I think you said you're looking at Blake Snell for the Cy Young Award. But that's going to just about do it for this one. Anything you want to say before we head on out for this one?
Play the other video and then the outro.
Oh, yeah. My bad. There is one thing we need to say.
From the entire Channel 4 News team, I'm Veronica Corningstone.
And I'm Ron Burgundy. Go fuck yourself, San Diego.
Ah!
Well, what do you keep clicking it for?
I didn't click anything.